Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Headbanger's Closet. It's your pal Brett here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Got a pretty cool episode for you guys today, I believe, and I think you're going to dig it. But today is Friday night, December 11th, 2020, and we are exactly 2 weeks away from Christmas. I'm a big fan of Christmas. Always have been. It's my favorite holiday, especially now that I got a little girl. It's always fun watching her open gifts from Santa. And I always love getting some cool band merch, records, whatever, for Christmas. And hopefully you guys get a lot of cool stuff from Santa Claus as well. Hopefully he's good to you guys. Coming up, we'll be doing an episode of, it's one of my favorite items that I've got in my collection, and I got it for Christmas. It was kind of released right before Christmas, for the Christmas season. And I got it when I was a kid, and it's probably in the top 5 of my favorite items, so I'm really looking forward to doing an episode on that. It probably won't be like a Christmas episode, as in like right around Christmas. It might be another time, but I think I'll tell the story about it, so it's kind of a neat story, at least I think. So anyway, another thing I want to talk about before we kind of get started here is got to give a big shout out to Jason and Val, watching all the way from Quebec province, Canada. Hope you kids are behaving yourself over there, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate, all the positive reinforcement and positive messages you guys are sending me, so I really appreciate that, and thank you very much for tuning in. So anyway, without further ado, we are going to talk about Metallica's latest release, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. This record come out in November 18th, 2016. I remember I was at the concert in Minneapolis, Minnesota, August 20th, 2016, where they debuted Hardwired, the song Hardwired, and it sounded awesome. It had been released online, we had heard it was a great song, but it was really cool to be there for the very first ever performance of Hardwired, so that was really cool. So, I'm going to talk about today, these are a couple of the variants that I've got. We'll talk about the variants, I'll show you the vinyl, a little bit of the record, the package, and then we'll discuss some of the tracks. I did an episode on the box set a while back where it had the blue, yellow, and red vinyls on it. Talked a little bit about it, but I want to go a little bit more in depth in some of the tracks. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check out the vinyl. Some of these were not released on the actual date the album was released, and I don't know what the dates were that each copy was released. So please forgive me, or if you want to leave a comment below and let me know. So like before, these are all the lyrics. I've mentioned before, I am not a fan of the artwork, the Metallica glitch. Not a fan at all. I'm not a fan of the artwork. It's horrible in my opinion, but whatever, it's Metallica, I'm gonna buy the shit out of it anyway. So all of these are the gatefold versions. 2 discs, or two records each, side A, side B for each record. So this one is going to be the red, kind of like a marbleized, almost, hell, I don't know if it's called translucent. I just call it red. Really cool red vinyl, like sharp looking. They're all, these are all different colored vinyl variants, but they're all the same packaging. So I don't want to take too much time showing you guys, the lyric sheets, every single one. So let me get this back in here right quick. So this is the red one, and I believe the red one was the record store day, which was whatever record store day was after November 18th, 2016. But the red one was the record store day of release. So let's check out what the next one is, shall we? Let's pull it out. Oh, okay, so this one right here, I probably should have shaved this one for last, but whatever. This is my favorite Metallica, probably my favorite Metallica variant that I own. This was the breast cancer, music for a cure, pink. I just love that. I don't know. We've discussed it before, man. Metalheads, we wear black, we wear skulls, demons, zombies, dead body shirts all the time. You give me a hot pink record, I'm gonna buy the shit out of that thing every damn time. So I really dig that one. It's cool. And again, that was for I think it was music for a cure, breast cancer awareness, and a lot of bands did that. I got a really cool pink Anthrax one in the other room that we'll put in a video in the future when I do some more Anthrax stuff. So, but I think it's really cool for them to do. This is the green one. I believe this came out. It was a limited edition variant. Came out on the same date of November 18th, 2016. It's green. It's basically the same type, style as the red, only this one's green. Really cool. So that's just the three of the cooler variants I've got. I've got the black version, obviously, and I've got the box set like we discussed. And I just bought they teamed up with Walmart, and they're gonna do a colored variant of 6 of their albums. It's coming out end of January. I pre-ordered it, so I'll get it February 2nd. It's Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Puppets, Justice, Black Album, and Hardwired, which I don't know why they skipped. They do the first 5, and I don't know why they skipped all the way to Hardwired. Whatever, I don't know, it's orange, so it's going to be pretty cool. So, looking forward to that. So we'll do a video on those when they come in. So, let's move right along to the tracks. Let me get a sip of beer. So I gotta admit, when this album came out, I dug it. They released 2 songs. It was Hardwired and Moth into Flame. I loved both of them. Thought they were great. The album came out. I listened to it, front to back multiple times. I loved it, but I wasn't ready to put it in I wasn't ready to just let it jump some of my favorite records of Metallica records I've been listening to for freaking years. Wasn't ready for that. I actually thought Death Magnetic was still better than this record. After a few weeks of just really listening to it, some of you guys who know me fairly well know that I've got quite a long commute each way to work, so I was able to pop the CD in or listen to it on my headphones on the iPod, really digest the record, and really maybe after like 2 weeks of listening to it, almost nonstop, it basically became my 6th favorite Metallica record. Not gonna jump into the top 5 because nothing will, in my opinion. Those are just the 5 best albums of all time, in my opinion. But it jumped the Load and Reloads. Obviously jumped Saint Anger, jumped Death Magnetic. So it's my 6th favorite record. Sorry, Load and Reload fans. Still love the hell out of those records, don't get me wrong. But this became my 6th favorite record. Kind of the weird thing with Metallica records is they're all awesome. All the songs are great, almost all the songs. And on this record, you've got Hardwired, Atlas Rise, Now That We're Dead, Moth into Flame, and My Savage, Halo on Fire. That's on the first side A and side B. The second record, side A and side B, is Confusion, Dream No More, Man Unkind, Here Comes Revenge, Murder One, Spit Out the Bone. All great songs. When I first was really listening to it, I would kind of skip Am I Savage and Man Unkind. But as time went on, I started listening a little bit more. I really liked them. They're not my favorite songs on the album. In fact, those 2 songs are my least favorite songs on the album. But there's not skippable. There's no skippable tracks on this record, in my opinion. But you can put some of the classics on this record, like Atlas Rise, Moth into Flame, Now That We're Dead, Halo on Fire, Spit Out the Bone, Dream No More, Confusion. Confusion, in my opinion, is probably one of the best songs on the record. I know that's kind of controversial when they were playing it live on the Hardwired tour in the States. People are like, oh, it's Confusion. Why couldn't they play, Murder One or whatever, another song? I was digging it. I love Confusion. I think the riff and the bridge riff is just awesome. But whatever. The classic songs on this record, in my opinion, kind of fit right in with some of the classic songs on those earlier records, on all the records. Every record's got some classic songs on it, and these songs just fit right in. I'm not really one of those guys that says, oh, you can put this song in that album or this song in that album. Yes, you can hear the influences from the earlier records on this record, but I don't like to play that game where you're like, whoa, you could totally put Dream No More with this record, and it's on this record, and that's where it fits, in my opinion. But, you can definitely hear the influence. So, great record. It stands the test of time. It's not that old, a few years old, 4 years old now, but it's a great record. I highly recommend checking it out. When it came out, it was basically put out as a double record, where the bonus had a few bonus B-sides, which was the cover of When a Blind Man Cries. You had the newer kind of version of Lords of Summer, which is not nearly as good as the original. You also had the live show from Rasputin Record Store on Record Store Day, which was really cool because the guys from Testament, Exodus were in the crowd. They played a lot of stuff from the first record, Jump in the Fire, Metal Militia, some deep tracks. So that really cool to listen to that performance. They sound really good. But anyway, great record. Definitely worth checking out. Like I said, it stands the test of time. Fits in with all the classic Metallica records. Can't really say enough about it. I really dig it, and it grew on me. And so hopefully you guys dig it too. And that's the episode. And again, we'll have something else coming for you guys pretty soon. Maybe this week, maybe Monday or Tuesday. And we'll talk to you guys soon, all right? Appreciate it. Take care.